and welcome back. We're talking with Chef Bud this morning for good life, good food. It's always a good Monday morning whenever you come by, especially whenever you bring me steak.
Yeah, the food thing buys you a lot of freedom, pal, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
People are excited when they see you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we're going to do a couple different things here, and we're going to, it's grilling season, or beginning to be grilling season.
Right.
And as long as the wind will keep blowing, Steve will take care of that for you.
Yeah.
But it's a good time to start thinking about grilling. And this is a real simple dish. And I like it because it is so simple and it allows people to do things very simply. Okay. Even you, Meredith.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little barbecue sauce. And this is actually just an addition to a barbecue sauce. And what I've done here is I've taken a little bit of garlic and some bourbon, and I've cooked it down. And what you want is you want to burn the alcohol off of it, so that it's, not real potent.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
If you don't, just go ahead. So, and then you're just going to add, this is Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. That's just kind of the one I use. You can use your favorite. The cool thing about it is what happens is these flavors kind of consolidate. And the longer you let it cook and just kind of simmer, it's kind of like marinara sauce, the more flavor it gets. But I like it because I like the bourbon flavor in there.
Okay.
And not like that.
You want me to
Meredith.
stir it for you?
Yeah. No, I don't
Okay.
mean it like that, Meredith. I just like the bourbon
sure.
flavor.
Yeah.
So then one of the other
Steve
things,
does have a cold. Did you
right,
bring
that's
extra
right.
bourbon?
That's right.
Please.
So then what we're going to do is we're using sirloin steaks today. And sirloin is a great cut. This is actually our Win sirloin. It's a bias cut. So basically it's cut out of the culotte muscle, which is the cap top of the top butt. And top butts for years have been kind of a problem because people, when they go to cut them, they cut them against the grain and everything else, or instead of with. And so they get it gets tough. So this is a great opportunity to use a piece of meat that's not real tough, and it gives you great flavor. Sirloin has great flavor.
You got it seasoned with
Yes, and that was a good job.
Sorry.
No, that's what I said. I'm a firm believer that I use kosher salt and coarse black pepper, and that's it.
Okay.
A lot of people, when they season steaks, when they start doing steaks, the one thing they want to do is they always want to give it all this flavor.
Yeah.
Here's my thought. If you get a good piece of meat, salt and pepper is all you need, okay?
Okay.
So, because salt and pepper is technically an enhancer, it's just there to enhance flavor.
Okay.
So you're not really doing anything other than enhancing the flavor of the beef, so we're going to put that on there. Now, one of the other things about grilling steaks that is like my pet peeve in the world is, and especially if you guys, anybody that's out there that has grilled with one of their buddies know how this goes, especially when you talk about their favorite beverage. They go to the grill, they put the steak on, right? Then they take a drink and they turn the steak. Then they take a drink, they just say, take a drink, but leave the steak alone. Just let it cook. Okay?
Let it sit there.
One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is it's constantly turning. And that's not necessary. You just need to let it cook, okay? And one of the other things that I know a lot of folks already know at home, but I always get to ask this question a lot. If you take this and you score it this way, if you'll just pick it up and give it a 3/4 turn, you get all those little marks on it, and you'll just be happy as a little lark.
Okay.
So
Now, how long do you recommend for each side? Because I kind of like it medium.
Well, depending on your grill, of course. This thing is electric, is a little different. But I usually, if you're doing a medium steak, if you want to go about, 3-4 minutes, obviously depending on how big it is.
Okay.
But something like this, if you did this about probably 2-3 minutes, you'd be probably a little medium rare medium, and you can let it cook. And then also you want to let it set after it cooks, and rest. So I'm going to turn this down before it explodes on you.
Good, yeah.
And what I've done is I've taken the steak off, and we're just going to cut it. Now, I like to cut it for steak sandwiches because then you're not pulling a big piece of meat out of the bun.
Because that's never cute.
No, and it's always falling out.
Yeah.
And, you're not having
Stuck
fun.
in your teeth.
I'm not having fun. And
Right.
everything. So we're just gonna layer that on there. Now we're using a pretzel roll today. You can use an onion roll.
Okay.
You can use all kinds of rolls. Now I've caramelized some red onions, and one of the big keys to caramelizing is if you get it in the skillet and get it hot, add about a tablespoon of sugar to it, and it'll help the caramelization process right along there.
Kind of helps the medicine go
Yeah,
down.
absolutely. It kind of puts it all together. Now I'm going to take her barbecue sauce that she so diligently stirred. I was doing this.
Made something. I'm proud of myself.
I am too. You'll be home doing this. Look, I can make barbecue
I can
sauce.
stir.
Yeah, I've got this.
That's all I know.
I'm going to tell you something. If you're having folks over and they like steaks, this is a great sandwich.
Good grief.
It comes out well. It's got great flavor.
Yeah.
And again, you're using a sirloin. A lot of flavor in a sirloin. You don't have to use a ribeye. I know a lot of people are ribeye folks, and I like ribeyes too. But I'm telling you, the sirloin is one of the best steaks that you can use for flavor, simply because it's inexpensive. So folks, a lot of folks can afford it. And the other thing it just cooks up so nicely.
Yeah.
So
And it looks so pretty. And what did you do with these potatoes?
those are
You
I just baked the potato or boiled the potato and just sliced it and fried it up. Before we go, I got to say one thing.
Okay.
over at my church at First Baptist. Verna Ruth watches every Monday.
Aw.
She told me when I was leaving church yesterday, I'll see you in the morning. So, Verna Ruth,
All right.
we're glad you
There
watched.
you go. And there's the recipe there. Of course, you can always go to connectamarillo.com. We will post that for you. We also have it up on our Facebook. We'll put it on YouTube as well. Because I like to go and get the laptop and listen to you say it all over again. That's what I like to do. Because if I don't have someone there in the kitchen, it just never
So you
turns out
can't get
well.
the
Well,
smell
start
of
to
it like
personal
that, yeah.
instructions around. Not,
Yes.
not too long, Meredith.
I know. Yeah, exactly. All right, Shempa, thank
Thank
you so
you
much.
for having
We
me.
appreciate it. We'll be right back. We've got water coolers coming up.